Hi, friend. Mike Trugman here, life and career coach this is probably take number 11 of this video. So this time I'm just going to let it rip and be unfiltered, and whatever comes, comes. I am embarking to coach 100 people in the next 100 days. I look at coaching as my love letter to you and to humanity. I really believe that in the presence of a really caring, compassionate, thoughtful person, your life can really change in just one conversation. Coaching has profoundly impacted my life and my journey. I can't imagine where I would be without it. I've invested tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars into my personal development, into better understanding myself, and it's transformed me in so many ways. So I'm going to rattle off a couple of transformations that have happened in my life. They've also happened in some of my clients' lives, and hopefully after watching this video, you'll have a sense that maybe this is possible in your life, and you might be a good candidate to schedule some time in with me and be one of the 100 people that gets coached by me. Gosh, in my life, I was always so shy, felt like I had to live the life of the expectations of other people around me, and didn't know who I was. Like I tried so hard to fit the mold of what my upbringing told me to be, what society told me to be, and it felt really confining. And I felt, in a way, really trapped within myself. I think that's part of what led to the shyness, the people pleasing, the searching really hard for something to settle my nervous system, to make me feel at peace in myself. I would drink, I did drugs, uh, I would fold myself into all sorts of pieces and boxes just to make myself feel like I was worthy and that other people around me would think that I was enough. I never had the language for that at the time, but that was most of my early life and into my 20s. I was just chasing and seeking and all these external things that I thought would fill me up, whether it was success through professional achievement, having a marriage, like all the things we're told that make a good life. There was still this big ache inside of myself. And one of those big aches was that as an accountant, my initial career path for 11 years, I just felt incredibly lost. Like my soul was yearning for something deeper and truer. And so that brought me into coaching. I mean, we're skipping a lot of steps, but I want to talk about the transformations that my clients go through and that perhaps you can expect if you sign up for one of these sessions. So here are a couple examples. You might be a stay-at-home parent who has the financial resources and wants to start a business, but has all sorts of inner blocks like fear, limiting beliefs that are holding you back from taking action on it. You might be maybe at the end of your career, empty nester. You've made all the money that you could ever imagine would make you feel successful, feel like you have an internal sense of freedom, and now that you don't have kids dependent on you for income, you're starting to consider what might be the next step. Or maybe you're just a really successful person by all of the external metrics and it doesn't feel right inside. And if any of those are you, I can totally relate to that. I, of course, am not an empty nester, but I know what it feels like to have achieved all of the things that you thought would fill you up and to feel more lost than you've ever felt in your entire life. I'm trying to think, is there any other client transformation that might be worth sharing? Perhaps maybe the most important thing that you can expect in doing a coaching session with me is that you'll have my full undivided attention, my presence, and deep curiosity and an inquiry into who you are as a person. Like, I believe in you as a human that is full of infinite potential, and that there's a spark inside of you that is wanting to be ignited. And hopefully, I provide space that allows you to make contact with that in some way. Perhaps the greatest gift that I've ever given and gotten from coaching is just the ability to tap into my own wisdom and trust myself and be guided by who I am and what matters most to me in my life. I did work with a coach last year. His name is Toku McCree. He told this really powerful story. He said, and he's got a really successful, multiple six figures coaching practice, but he said, that's not what makes me successful. What makes me successful is that you could take all of that away. You could take away all the money I've ever made. You could take away all my clients. You could take away all of the identities that I wear and that I hold in my life currently. And if you place me in any random city in the US right now, I would believe in myself. I would trust in my ability to create, to be resourceful, to be powerful, to feel free. Isn't that what we're all chasing in this life? So that story will stick with me for the rest of my life. To me, that is the perfect demonstration of what coaching can create. It can create the ability for you to know no matter what is happening in my life, I am a powerful, free, resourceful person who can navigate my own inner state. And not to mention the kind of the sense of joy that I feel and the ability to make meaning and make sense of my life in a profoundly different way than I used to, and really just letting go of a lot of old stories, old patterns. So if you've made it about 7 minutes into this video and you're still interested, then you're probably a really good candidate to sign up for one of these 100 sessions. So what is it going to look like? I block off 75 minutes. There's really no specific agenda. I mean, I'm going to go through a couple of agreements that I have with every coaching arrangement. And then you have my full undivided attention. And maybe I'll add in the beginning, we'll connect with each other. Like you might have questions about me and want to learn more about me. And you might not. We might just jump straight into coaching 5-10 minutes into it. Uh, for the duration of the conversation, I will ask you some open-ended questions to get to learn about what is life like for you and what would you like life to look like. So kind of understanding who are you, where are you now, and what might life look like. And if I do my job well, I am creating possibility, creating insight that allows you to take action from our coaching session. And then there's any number of possibilities that might go on from there. So if you are interested in signing up, I'm going to drop a Calendly link below this post, or if you're watching on YouTube or my podcast, you'll be able to follow the links really easily below this video, below this talk. And there's going to be some intake questions, so you'll fill out some questions that'll give me a good idea about who you are and better filter for, are you a good candidate to do some really powerful work with me? And if not, that's totally okay. But if you, like I said, if you have made your way this far into the video and you do the intake questions and it feels like there's good alignment, I would trust that intuition. It's guiding you to something that's really meaningful for you. More to come. This will be the first of several videos probably, but I really appreciate you for being along this journey with me. Doing coaching requires so much courage. If you end up booking a call with me, I applaud your courage. I applaud your willingness to make a change in your life. It can be really challenging to do so. So sending you so much love, looking forward to connecting, and until we speak or until the next time, ciao.